Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're back in Project C1 for a change, and we're doing some drive shaft seals. There's the number if you need it, but we're doing some drive shaft seals because my passenger side one is leaking. Now, part of the procedure to do that is to start messing about with the wishbone. So while I'm at it, I thought I'd change the drop links as well, because they need doing anyway, so kill two birds with one stone. So let's get under the car and get a move on with it. Right, so these are the bits that we're changing. These are the drive shaft seals, one left, one right, and these are the drop links. These are the good ones, these are the Civic ones. Nice chunky bit of meat on that, and that's good, so that'll do the job. And the reason why we're changing these is I believe one of the drive shaft seals, that little spring on the middle there, that's missing. So let's go and jack the car up and we'll have a look. Okay, so we've got the wheels off, all that's good. I'm going to clean all this and copper grease it before it goes back on. So what we're going to do is replace the driver's side, passenger side one, because it's obviously dripping just there, and you can see on the gearbox it's a little bit wet, so that's where it's leaking. So we need to remove that end of the drive shaft to replace that seal there, and in order to do that, what we're going to do is somehow, because that's all nice and crusty, bring this nut to the end so that it's still on, so we can use it as leverage. We're going to undo this one, and we're going to undo the actual ball joint itself, and we're going to use this as leverage to pull everything that way. Now what should happen then is that end of the drive shaft should pop out, and we'll have a catch can underneath just here to catch all the oil that'll come out. I do have replacement oil, so that's not a drama, and I did a video about replacing the gearbox oil. I will link in the description and put a card on screen now. So yeah, let's make a start on that, shall we? Right, so we've got the drive shaft popped out now, okay? So we can see there, it's popped out and it's just draining all the oil into the catch can underneath, okay? Nice big drain of oil there. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the drive shaft out, use a pick, and we're going to pull the actual seal out of the drive shaft end just there, which sticks into the gearbox. And when we put the new seal in, we'll smooth it out with a little bit of oil just to stop it from rubbing around, and then put that back in, pop that back on. I'm going to copper grease all this so that the spacers don't corrode onto the hub, and then put everything back together the way that it came apart. So things like the ball joint down there, the steering rod there, put that back in, torque everything back up to the correct specs, and that should resolve that leak, and we shouldn't have any more gearbox oil coming out and sitting on the floor. Right, so what we've done there is we took the drive shaft out and we've replaced the seal. We took the seal out, we did that using the big flathead screwdriver. If that didn't work, like to pry it out, we were going to use the old screw and claw hammer trick. So we popped that out, we pulled that out, and what we did was tightened this end back up so that can now be re-notched. We used a bit of grease to aid installation, and then just tapped the seal home so it was nice and flush. So now that that's in, we need to mix that on these at some point, and reassemble all the various ball joints and things like that. So let's get on with the next part. Okay, so now it's time to undo the drop links, and we're going to change them for these. These are the Honda Civic upgrade ones. So these are a 13 and a 12 in the middle, and these one are a 12 with nothing in the middle. So what we're going to do is pop a spanner on the top, get an impact gun on the bottom, and just spin those out. And now with the car being up on axle stands on both sides, there should be no tension on that anti-roll bar, which goes up and across to the other side over there. It's a little bit crusty, that actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo that, take advantage of the fact that there's no wheels on it. That should then pop out, and a quick replacement for the other side. So let's do that. So there we go, that's on. That was a very simple job. Yeah, just two 13s, 12 in the middle just to hold it, stop it from spinning, and then one underneath as well. It's not perfect, they are squashed a little bit, I'll sort that out, but it's better than the crap that was on it. Look at that. That was particularly bad. Look at that, that was about to fail. So I would have said that might have been an MOT failure given how bad they are. Well, problem solved for next year. So yeah, that's all done. So let's get on with reassembling things like ball joints and what have yous, and steering arms and all that sort of stuff. Right, let's get on with that. Okay, so that's all done. You can see a couple of reasons why it's failed. There's a big chip there, there's a big bulge type cut thing, whatever that is there, and there's also, if I show you one of the newer ones, there's a little spring on the inside there. It's not in there. So that's probably a problem of my own creation, to be perfectly honest with you. It's probably happened when we've changed the engine back a year ago now, I think. So yeah, never mind. These things are sent to testers, and testers they do. But while I've got you, let me introduce you to my new sponsor. Let's go to X8R Performance on their website and their Instagram, show them some love. You can use the discount code on screen, get a discount for them. They have sent me some seals, the full seal kit for the car that I'm going to review. And if you like it, then you can use that discount code, go buy yourself some seals and stop yourself from developing puddles. Good stuff. While you're on Instagram, you can follow me. I'm Dab DIY. And you'll see pictures of stuff that I've done in the past and things that I've done since previous videos. Pictures of this will already be on Instagram by that point. And you can also go and visit my other sponsors, TSA Performance, who do everything for your 1KR engines. And you can also go and see Form 7 Performance, which gives you basically everything else that you need. Great companies. Thanks for sponsoring me. Love you lots. But while you're at it, you can also buy me a coffee if you so desire. And whatever you do, just make sure you ring that bell and get notified next time I drop a video, and I'll see you then.